You are now tuned in to the Truth Speaking Beacon. Amigo Fresh. Today we're going to talk about how Ted Cruz was caught vacationing in Cancun during the winter crisis in Texas. See, a lot of storms and heavy snow caused power outages and rolling blackouts. 9 million were left without clean running water, and even there were some deaths. This was caused by frozen instruments in the coal plants, the nuclear plants, and natural gas plants, even some wind turbines. But the main issue were the plants and their instruments. Texas is not attached to the national power grids, and they deregulated utility companies who chose not to winterize their instruments after what happened in 2011. So the Texans remained without electricity, and Ted Cruz went on the radio and told people to stay home. But Ted Cruz took his fiddle and booked a flight to Cancun, and all the pics of him going to the airport to do so circled social media. People came with receipts of showing his gate number and the flight he was taking, and soon after, his wife's, or his ugly wife's, according to Donald Trump, his wife's group text messages were released to the press, showing that they had booked a room in the Ritz. But when all this is going on, his office chose not to respond to any inquiries. So it turned out that he booked the flight for the weekend, and he had to return within 20 hours. He said this was done on purpose, but Teddy, that's a lot of luggage for 20 hours. He even used police escorts when he was in the airport. So he gets back and has to do a lot of damage control. He made a statement saying that his daughters wanted to go, and they were out of school, and they had been out without power, and it was cold. And he even went on Fox News and stated that he started to have second thoughts as soon as he sat down on the plane. Yeah. See, Ted Cruz is the type of guy who once voted against federal aid to New Jersey after the hurricane happened, but he does want federal aid to come to Texas. It's funny because while he's in Cancun, a Democratic congressman from New York, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, has raised over $4 million for Texas residents. Even Beto, a former presidential nominee and Senate nominee, phone bank to help the seniors in Texas. So after the damage was already done, Ted Cruz decided to try to pose for photo ops, but it's a little bit too late, Teddy. Ice all in my necklace, ice all over Texas. Mimosa with my breakfast in Cancun, that's on my checklist. These senators are reckless, Teddy, you so feckless. Looking so decrepit, give out zodiac impressions. Don't know how you got elected, your seat you shouldn't have kept it. But voters just accepted, that's confusing like Inception. But donors your connection, Republican reflection. They wrote the playbook up, put in the needs of people second. When there's damage to your section, they get help from a leftist. Expose your imperfections, leave the voters unprotected. Had time for insurrections and souvenir collections. Bit politics detected, this should lead to your ejection. Teddy booked a flight, cause Cancun looking nice. Cause he don't care if Texans lose their power or their life. Teddy booked a flight, cause Cancun looking nice. Cause he don't care if Texans lose their power or their life. Teddy booked a flight, cause Cancun looking nice. Cause he don't care if Texans lose their power or their life. This is looking right, cause Cancun looking nice. And he don't care if Texans lose their power or their life.